guys, welcome back to my channel. The title of this video says it all, so I'm not going to drag it out. You already know what's going on. I am getting a breast augmentation, which is also known as a boob job or breast implants. Before I go into detail, I want to acknowledge that the decision that I'm making will not be the right decision for everyone, and this video won't be right for everyone. So if this kind of thing is not your cup of tea, then it's probably best that you don't watch this video, because it's about my decision and my journey from here on out and making this decision. I almost got emotional saying that. I'm filming this while I remember. I'm just changing into some clothes after F45. And this is the problem that I have with my boobs. I don't fit my bras anymore after losing weight. So what I do is I put on one of these, which is, I call them chicken fillets, but really it's just like an adhesive bra. So I wear an adhesive bra underneath my bra to give me a bit more shape to my boobs. Because I have my butt, like, I want to balance this out with this. So yeah, that's what I do. I wear a bra on top of a bra. This topic is extremely personal to me, and in this video I'm going to be discussing some of my greatest insecurities. So I ask that whatever your view is on the decision that I'm making, that you be kind and you remember that I'm not asking you to make the same decision. I'm just sharing my journey and what it is that I'm doing. I'm sharing what I'm sharing because I have been entirely transparent and upfront with every stage of my journey so far. And the Our Herself community are just the most incredible, most caring, supportive, encouraging, and inspiring people that I've ever met. And recently we had a Shred with Keto challenge with a little Facebook group set up for those who were participating in the challenge alongside me. And I saw just how honest and raw and transparent people were in sharing their journey. And I want to do the same because I owe you guys that same sense of respect back too. This is the next step in my journey, and I'm choosing to do it transparently with all of you. And honestly, it is so scary for me talking about this and sharing what I'm sharing, because I'm putting my biggest insecurities on display and drawing attention to them, which is something that I mean, you can probably relate. The things that you are the most insecure about, you just minimize and kind of get on because you don't want others to be drawn in and know about those. This decision that I'm making might have come as a surprise to you, but it's something that I always knew that I would do at some point in my life, or I always wanted to do, but I didn't know exactly when it would be. I always had my mind sort of set that it would be after children, that I would get like a breast lift and a breast augmentation or implants after I'd finished having children. But I'm doing it pre-children, which is not what I expected. I'll go into why, like time frames and stuff in a bit, but let me kind of take you back as to why I always knew this was a decision that I would make for me. And that is because I am a classic pear shape. I have always been smaller on my top half than my bottom half. At my biggest weight, when I was my heaviest, I was a C cup, and I really liked having boobs, but I was very overweight for my frame, so I felt uncomfortable in my skin then. But even at my C cup, my biggest boob size, I always wore padded bras or chicken fillets, like adhesive stick-on boobs under my bras to help like pad me out. It has been something that I have been self-conscious about for my whole life. Yeah, my whole life. And like being small chested is not a bad thing, and I don't hate them at all. What I want is just a proportional shape. I want my body to be in proportion, both halves, my bottom half and my top half. I almost got emotional saying that, because that's why I have worked so hard to use like padding and stuff to try to balance out both sides of my body. And I definitely don't hate my body at all. I love my body so much, and my weight loss journey has really shown me that, and just how much I appreciate and love my body. My entire purpose in losing weight was, number one, to get healthier, number two, to feel better and not make excuses to not live my life. Because I would feel like in summertime, for example, I'd get invited out to go to like a friend's house who had a pool, and I would make an excuse as to why I wouldn't go, because I just felt uncomfortable and I didn't want my weight to hold me back with anything. And I have achieved all of those things. I feel like getting healthier, feeling better, and all of that has just like increased my confidence so much that I no longer, even though I still have insecurities about my body, I have not let that hold me back from jumping in and joining in with life and feeling like I'm an active participant. This surgery is not going to cure all of my insecurities by any means, and I don't have those expectations. What I do expect and hope for as a result of this surgery is that for the first time in my life, the curvy lower half of my body, my butt, my thighs, will also match with my top half of my body, and I can have that feminine shape and curves that I want and that I use padding right now to achieve. So it will mean that I don't have to stuff my bra anymore. What's interesting is when I went and tried on the implants, when I was trying the sizes on, it looked exactly the same as me wearing my bra. So I actually, if I didn't tell you that I was doing this, you wouldn't notice unless I guess you saw me with like my cleavage or something, because surely that will change. I don't know, we'll see. But I don't want to hide any part of my journey, because I want to be transparent, be honest about it, and I guess share it openly and honestly for other people out there who are interested and want to know more about the process and what's involved, that you can see another real person's experience going through it all. The surgery is happening in a week's time in Christchurch, where I live. I've found a surgeon here who I really trust and love his approach. He's all about enhancing your natural look. So his name is Dr. Howard Klein, and I'll bring you guys along on the process. So you'll see me recovering and also getting back to the gym. I won't be able to work out. I go to F45. I won't be able to work out for, he says 6 weeks, but I've been thinking it will be possibly longer than that. We'll see. I'm just remaining open and letting this process like take me where it needs to take me as the time is right. I went and met with him, had a consult, and decided that it would be best to have this procedure done before having children. And the reason he suggested that for me specifically was my skin elasticity. So one of the things whenever you're having like cosmetic surgery that they're wanting to know is how your body will bounce back. And he said that right now I have great skin elasticity, makes me a great candidate for this surgery. The result that I'm wanting to achieve, which is to make my shape more proportional, that my breasts will match my butt or my curves, he said is the perfect reason to have this surgery done. And that's what it's like, one of the reasons why it exists is to help patients like me achieve that. So we picked the size based on my goals and also based on my chest cavity. They measure your chest wall and then you're told what size options you have. I had 2 size options, 400cc or 450cc, and I decided to go with the bigger of the two, the 450cc, because I really like how the 400cc looks, and it's established that you lose some of the volume in your implants as they settle. He's putting them under the muscle, and just trying to think of all the details that people might want to know. Oh right, so yeah, that's why I'm choosing to have it done pre-children as opposed to like after Dave and I have had our family, is because you can breastfeed with the type of implants that I'm getting, and my skin elasticity is in really good shape that it makes sense for me to have the procedure now. And also, honestly, the timing is right as well. Dave and I originally planned on traveling this year before starting our family, and we're no longer able to do that with COVID. So we had money saved for travel. We're not going anywhere, so it's a good time for us to be selfish and focus on ourselves. Well, I mean, it's me being selfish, but Dave supports me in this, because as much as I work out and as hard as I train, I can never add volume to my top half. Like, I just can't. I could continue to try to lose more and more weight from my legs, but I don't want to, because I like having those curves and I like having that shape. So I don't want to do that, and it's not something that I can achieve through diet and exercise. This is something that I can only achieve with the help of a surgeon. So that's the reason why I'm having it done. I'm trying to think of any other questions people might have. That tends to be the one, like the big ones that I've had. But in saying that, if you guys do have any questions that you would like me to answer about it, about the procedure, about my decision, any questions you've had, like been thinking about yourself, if you're considering it, then let me know. I'll do a Q&A video, so leave your questions below or fire them through to me on Instagram. My Instagram is l_herself, and I can film another video answering that. But yeah, this is going to be a series showing you my journey doing this at this particular point in my life, getting back on track with my exercise when I return to F45, because it'll be starting completely again from scratch, which I'm fine with and ready for, and looking forward to the challenge. And I'll be staying keto throughout the entire process, so meal prepping my like pre-op meals. Sorry, I'm going to be meal prepping pre-op, the meals that I'll be having after the surgery, and then I'll be staying keto throughout the recovery as well. So I'll be showing you guys what it is that I'm eating. My pre-op diet needs to be light meals, so I'll show you how I'm preparing for surgery by eating those, and also just my general recovery, what it's like, what the procedure's actually like, what the recovery process is like, and all of that kind of stuff. So I'll see you guys in that next video then, as we continue the series. I really appreciate you watching, and I really appreciate your support and understanding as I share this next step in my journey with you all. If you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe, because I upload new videos every week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.